and welcome to another online teaching. Today we are going to discuss two different topics, namely the TIM model and the pedagogy wheel or the pedagogy wheel. Now I'm going to talk about the TIM model. The TIM in TIM model stands for Technology Integration Matrix. Yup, technology integration has a matrix. Now the TIM model provides a framework for describing and targeting the use of technology to enhance learning. Now the TIM model is the ones that are used by the kindergarten to 12th grade teacher to plan, implement, and evaluate the technology in the classroom. Now this 5x5 model of the TIM model, I call it 5x5 because as you can see, there are 5 levels of technology integration, which is located on the upper part of this framework, and there are also 5 learning environment which is located on the side of this framework. Now there are 5 interdependent levels of technology integration in the classroom, which are the entry, the adoption, the adaptation, the infusion, and lastly, the transformation. Another 5 is the learning environment, which are the active learning, the collaborative learning, the constructive learning, the authentic learning, and lastly, the goal-oriented learning. Now let us focus more on the 5 learning environment. By the way, together, this 5x5 matrix consists of 25 cells. Yep. Firstly is the active learning. Now the active learning, this learning environment where the students should engage, because this is the key component of the active learning. So there is no active learning when there is no student engagement. The second one is the collaborative. The collaboration. Students use technology tools to collaborate with each other rather than working individually at all times. There is collaboration with the students, so they will work on the use of technology, not individually, but together. Third is the constructive. Students use technology tools to connect new information to their prior knowledge rather than to passively receive information. Now the students here are the ones who are using the technology tools to use it or to connect it to new information. The fourth one is the authentic learning rather. Now students use technology tools to link learning activities to the world beyond the instructional settings. Now as you can observe, the students here are not just using the technology tools, but they're linking learning activities to the world beyond the instructional settings. Now the fifth one is the goal-oriented environment. The learning environment rather. The students here use technology tools to set goals, plan activities, monitor progress, and evaluate results rather than simply completing assignments without reflection. And that's the 5 learning environments of the TIM model. Thank you.
Hi, I am Chininya Laurita Durutan, and I am going to discuss to you about the level of technology integration and the TIM model. There are 5 levels of technology integration, namely the entry, adoption, the adaptation, the infusion, and the transformation. So number 1 is in entry. So the teacher here is the one who begins to use the technology tools to deliver the curriculum context to the students. And the number 2 is the adoption, in which here in adoption, the teacher directs students' cooperational and procedural use of technology. The third one is the adaptation. So here in adaptation, the teacher here is the facilitator and the students are exploring and independently using technology tools. So the fourth one is what we called the infusion. So here in infusion, the teacher provide the learning context and the students choose the technology use that they are going to use. The last one, which is the transformation, the teacher here encourage and innovative use of the technology tools, because here in transformation, technology used to facilitate higher order in learner. So to sum up all of those level of technology integration, in entry, teacher uses technology tools. In adoption, teacher shows technology tools. In adaptation, the students uses technology tools. In infusion, the teacher consistently uses the technology tools. And the last one, which is the transformation, it uses so much technology tools.
Hi, my name is Crisanto Marsaba from HomoTech, and today I'm going to discuss to you about the pedagogy wheel. You might be confused because in the internet it may appear pedagogy wheel. Well, it's because the inventor of the wheel, in the name of Alan Carrington, named that as pedagogy wheel. You know why? It's because most of the time in teaching, you will be using your iPads. Okay, so let's focus on the core of the pedagogy wheel, or the pedagogy wheel. Well, the main core of the pedagogy wheel is the transformation. How are you going to transform your students into someone who will be more successful in their lives? So what you're going to do is to consider the things, the strategies, and everything that you are going to include in your teaching. Okay, so the basis for the pedagogy wheel is the Bloom's taxonomy. Of course, the remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, or the higher order thinking skills. Okay, so there are so many applications which have been integrated by Alan Carrington to the pedagogy wheel, and for every skill and for every domain in the Bloom's taxonomy, there is an appropriate application which you can use, which is really best for the teachers that they are going to use, because those are already been tested by Alan Carrington. Now, if we're asking how many apps are those, according to Alan Carrington again, those applications are about 122 applications, and those are very useful in your teaching career. And after that, around the pedagogy wheel is the SMAR method. Well, I am going to discuss that the next time we meet. Okay?